Behind luxury villas, private jets, and multi-million-dollar business deals lies one of the most controversial figures in modern organized crime. For years, authorities across Europe have linked one man to a vast criminal network responsible for drug trafficking, money laundering, and violence on an international scale. His name has appeared in intelligence reports, police investigations, and headlines around the world. Yet despite the allegations, he has never been convicted of leading the organization that bears his family's name. This is the story of Daniel Kinahan, the man many investigators believe built one of Europe's most powerful criminal empires. Daniel Kinahan was born in Dublin, Ireland. He is the son of Christy Kinahan, a notorious criminal who spent decades building connections within Ireland's underworld. From an early age, Daniel was exposed to a world where power, money, and criminal influence were never far away. As the years passed, he became increasingly involved in the family's activities. While his father laid the foundations, Daniel would eventually become the public face of the organization. A new generation was taking control. During the early 2000s, the Kinahan family relocated much of its operation to Spain's Costa del Sol. The region had long been known as a haven for organized crime groups from across Europe. From luxury villas and seemingly legitimate businesses, the Kinahans expanded their influence. Investigators believe Daniel played a key role in transforming the organization into a multinational criminal enterprise. Cocaine from South America flowed through European ports and into markets across the continent. The profits were enormous. Authorities estimated that the organization generated hundreds of millions of euros through its criminal activities. Daniel Kinahan was becoming one of the most influential figures in Europe's underworld. By the mid-2000s, the Kinahan Cartel had become one of the most powerful criminal networks operating in Europe. According to law enforcement agencies, the organization controlled major drug trafficking routes and maintained connections across multiple countries. Its reach extended far beyond Ireland. Investigators linked the network to operations in Spain, Belgium, the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, and beyond. While authorities worked to gather evidence, the organization continued to grow, and at the center of it all stood Daniel Kinahan. In 2016, a violent conflict erupted that would shock Ireland. During a boxing weigh-in at Dublin's Regency Hotel, gunmen disguised as police officers launched a deadly attack. The incident marked the beginning of a brutal feud between the Kinahan organization and the rival Hutch gang. What followed was years of violence, assassinations, retaliatory killings, and a wave of fear that spread throughout Dublin. The conflict became one of the bloodiest gang wars in Irish history. Multiple lives were lost as both sides fought for power and survival. While his name was increasingly linked to organized crime investigations, Daniel Kinahan was also becoming a prominent figure in professional boxing. He developed relationships with major promoters, managers, and fighters. His involvement in the sport raised serious questions. Critics argued that boxing was being used to build influence and legitimacy. Others defended his role, claiming he was simply involved in business. Regardless of opinion, one thing was clear. Daniel Kinahan had become a powerful figure in one of the world's most popular combat sports. As pressure from European authorities intensified, Daniel Kinahan relocated to Dubai. The city became a safe haven for many high-profile figures connected to international organized crime. Living among luxury skyscrapers and exclusive communities, Kinahan appeared to remain beyond the reach of many investigations. While police forces across Europe targeted his network, reports suggested he continued to maintain influence from abroad. For years, Dubai became closely associated with the Kinahan story. Despite the challenges, international law enforcement agencies continued their pursuit. Authorities from Ireland, the United Kingdom, Spain, the Netherlands, Belgium, and the United States increased cooperation. Assets were frozen, properties were seized, criminal associates were arrested. Then came one of the most significant developments. In 2022, the United States government announced multi-million-dollar rewards for information leading to the arrest and conviction of key Kinahan figures. It was an extraordinary move. The message was clear. The hunt for Daniel Kinahan had become global. Today, Daniel Kinahan remains one of the most talked about figures in international organized crime. His name continues to appear in intelligence reports and media investigations around the world. Supporters claim he has been unfairly targeted. Authorities insist he played a central role in a massive criminal enterprise. Whatever the truth may be, his influence on the modern criminal landscape is impossible to ignore. Few individuals have generated as much attention from law enforcement agencies across multiple continents. From the streets of Dublin to the luxury towers of Dubai, Daniel Kinahan's story is one of power, money, influence, and controversy. It is a story that reveals how modern criminal organizations can operate across borders, exploit global networks, and generate enormous wealth while staying hidden from public view. Whether history remembers him as a criminal mastermind or a misunderstood figure, one thing is certain: Daniel Kinahan became one of the most infamous names in European organized crime. And the story of the Kinahan Empire is far from over. If you enjoyed this documentary, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more true crime stories from around the world.